Yeah, cool. So check this out, right? This is super, super weird, messy. For one, I don't, want to be bullish on this just because I don't have a reason to be. And the only way to essentially become bullish is obviously if we take this high out. Why? Because this high led to multiple breaks of structure here. So as let's just start from the top. All right, continuation of Saturday's announcement, right? We were talking about this. I mean, was this Saturday? No, this was like a week ago, the 11th. This was 2 Saturdays ago. Okay, yeah, 2 Saturdays ago, we were talking about here how we could have seen a potential schematic, and as we saw, we created lower lows and lower highs, right? So, an automatic reaction here, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4 led to a bullish structure break, right? So, the only way for me to continue this bias is if we can take out these highs up here. Why? Because this is our last low before we led to bullish breaks of structure and then led to a full move to the downside. So even though we had this initial break, right, I'm not bullish, right, unless my intraday supports it. Right, so as we can see here, right, our final push that led to a break of structure was taken out here. Not only that, this low is taken out, and this low could be taken out in the near future, right? So as we're looking at momentum, have our momentum here, right? Now, we need, scalp break of structures to initiate a pullback. So as you can see, this is exactly what's happening, right? And in order to continue this, right, we're obviously reacting here. These mitigations have to lead to breaks of structures here. And unfortunately, that's not happening, right? Because of this, right? Our overall bias is bearish. We had an impulsive bearish move down, right? Even though we're having breaks of structure, this is taking a lot of effort to sustain itself, right? Keyword in Wyckoff, effort. So why is this not loading? Come on. What the hell? You guys can still hear me, right? You guys can still hear me? Yeah, this is frozen. What the hell, man? Okay, let me try this again. Share screen. I don't know what just happened. Okay. Alright, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Alright, I think we're back. Anyways, right, as you're saying, our structure inefficiency fill here, right? In order for this to continue, it has to sustain itself. So if we're looking at, I'll just look at the 3-minute here. Price action here, right? We're seeing these breaks of structures and these higher lows. I mean, higher lows, I'm sorry, which led to a break of structure, but same principle here, right? This is already broken through. This looks very unsustainable, very unsustained, I'm sorry, and it's taking a lot of effort to continue this move forward. So the only way for this to continue, we need a catalyst, which would need to be, right, this to see it struggle, impulsive move. That's the only way you're going to sustain itself in a bias perspective, in a bullish perspective, I'm sorry. So this isn't really looking like it wants to continue higher. It really looks unsustained, and if we break this, right, then we now have a bearish break of structure. We now have unwillingness to continue higher, right? And we've now broken through the mitigation or the inefficiency fill, which is now showing bearish signs of bearish order flow. Same thing here, right? I was looking at a POI here actually, M1 here. I was looking at this, seeing what would happen, and as you can see, it didn't sustain itself. So this should honestly continue. This is my bearish invalidation point here, because this created the last low here. But it's the same principle here. This is looking super messy. Honestly, I see this ranging for the rest of the year, just because it looks super not clean, right? Because we saw this extremely deep mitigation here. This is like an M1 wick, not something I would play. Even though it led to this bullish break of structure here, we then had a pullback, and then we had an unwillingness to continue higher, and we had a bearish break of structure. So all of this could really be is a pullback. So you see how the scenarios are very distinct in between these, and I hate seeing that, because then I don't really have a clear direction to play with. Like anyways, I'm not even trading now, so I'm just waiting for next year, see how the yearly closure is, see how the monthly closure is, see how the weekly closure is. But for the most part, I would still like to see this continue lower. And let me show you another example as to why, right? So we saw this break of structure and potential continuation, right? It's the same thing I'm seeing here, right? As we saw here on EG, right? We took liquidity, initiated bullish order flow, created a bullish impulse, but we were unable to break the previous high. So as we go to our intraday timeframes, right, even though we're continuing higher, right, the only way for this to continue higher is if these higher lows are sustained, right? So we have a corrective structure that, as you see, failed, right? From there, right, a very impulsive move, inefficient pricing is left over. We came back to fill, I believe it was M5. Yep, we filled M5 inefficiency and even gave an M3 inefficiency fill here. So that's signifying bearish order flow. Right, and it's continuing lower. So this is what I would like to see happen. This is what I would like to see happen here, because it just makes all the sense in the world to me. And because DXY influences EU, right, not EU influences DXY, then this could I could also see this going up higher. The only thing that we need is to take out these highs to invalidate the bearish bias. And then a cool thing that I also noticed is also here, right, our last wick down before the move up, bullish candle, wick down, bearish move is in here, and that rejected and created bullish order flow, and it rejected this mitigation point that I pointed out here. Why? We took liquidity, candle, you see how that is reacted, unsustained, and now continuing higher. That's invalidating this entire bearish push. So I don't see an opportunity. Maybe you would have got an opportunity here, right? This would have ideally been your opportunity this morning if you're trading. I'd rather you not, right? As you can see inside of this M15 wick, you see this inefficiency fill here. Right, you don't necessarily have to play with that big stop there. Let's see if there's anything else. 2, 3. Okay, yeah, cool. So reaction could have played off of this SC with a very conservative SL. My SL would have been under this wick. So you see 4.5 pips, and that would already be up 4 to 1. Whereas you're aiming for potential relative equal highs, right? Potential 7 to 1. But if that substantially breaks, you can now easily hold this up here after taking your partial, and you're now holding this for the long run. Because there are still equal highs here. But for the most part, I'm just, like I said, I'm sitting on this, just like I'm sitting on this one here. This one finally is moving for me, right? I gave Sergio the signal, but he did not buy, so I immediately started buying. Right, so I've been scaling in the biases for the past year, right? Not too much bread, but obviously we're still seeing this potential schematic, right? Where our spring created optimism, and we are potentially seeing an LPS here. So how do we know that's an LPS now? I was as conservative as I could be. Right? And I don't really pay attention to mitigations with stocks. I more so pay attention to structure, especially when it moves this slow. So right, we see this bearish break of structure. Then I saw this, and I saw corrective structure forming. I loaded my buys here. It was somewhere around here, and that's booming. I'm up, I think, 7. Yes, this is up almost 100% already. Just these positions alone, but I'm holding this for years, man. I'm not playing around with this one, and I'm just gonna scale in as much as I can. Because if we're seeing a schematic form on a weekly time frame, right, then we can easily see, I would easily see $200, right? Just because we, for example, in a 6-year accumulation, a 6-year accumulation here led to all-time highs. So here, a 4-year accumulation, I could see easily taken out here. And if you potentially break that, then I can easily see these highs being taken out too, right? And I'll just keep buying as much as I can. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, like I said, I'm not trading. I'm waiting for next year. And this will probably be the last trading Zoom for the year until I start trading again. Let me look at the calendar. Honestly, we might, I think the next Zoom will be in 3 weeks because I have to get settled with school. I have to get settled with preseason, and I have to finish the content. So the next Zoom, let me see. The next Zoom will be the 13th, which is, I think, my first day of school. January 13th will probably be the next Zoom. That gives you guys enough time to go off, study, talk to each other in the group chat. Of course, I'm going to be in the group chat. I just really want to get settled with finishing up the content and getting ready with school, getting in shape, right? And, you know, doing everything else. Is that cool with you guys? Does anybody want to talk about that? You're playing soccer at school again next semester? Yes. So the coach at my new school was my old club coach in high school. So he let me what's it called? He let me walk on and might give me some scholarship. I don't know. I don't really care, but I should get some pretty decent scholarship. My grades are decent. What age of school finished in the U.S.? Depends. High school or college? High school ends when you turn 18, unless you graduate a year early. I know a lot of foreigners came in when they were 17. But college, it's up to you. Depends what you're doing. Are you getting a bachelor's, a master's, a doctorate? Are you getting are you majoring in 2 fields? Are you majoring in 3 fields? Just depends on what you're aiming for. But if you're getting for regular bachelor's, I'm graduating around 22, 23. I'm still 21 right now. Yeah, it's uni. Yeah, it's literally what it is, uni. Yeah. Mhm. But I heard school in the UK is much harder than it is in the US. What degree are you doing? I believe so. I had 2 options. Because I was talking to the people that I'm gonna work with after college, and when I told them that I was transferring here, they said I told them my only 2 options were either to pursue entrepreneurship or to pursue management, and he told me from a corporate world, I guess management would be better, even though I'm not gonna work corporate. Fuck corporate. I am still gonna be working alongside people with projects, so he just said management would just be better, just so I could learn more and know as much as I can. Oh, you finished at 15? Oh shit. You finished it when I started. Business management, yeah. But honestly, if I was a freshman and I was doing this all over again, I'd definitely pursue finance. I'd have to take way too many classes to do a finance degree. Fuck accounting. I'm not doing accounting. Um, Definitely finance. Accounting is hard. Well, it's not really hard. It's just super tedious for me. I hated both of my professors when I took accounting classes. But yeah, I'm just gonna take the time to get sorted. What was your monthly gain? I don't have a monthly gain. I didn't have one. I'm super picky with my trades. I put 10% on the trading plan because I want you to pursue that, because I don't want you to get over your head. You graduate next year, 2022. I have no clue. I haven't talked to my advisors yet. In an average month, I don't know. I don't keep track. I don't keep track. I'm just super picky with what I trade. I trade 2 to 3 pairs. I look at the charts from X time to X time, and I only execute if I see an opportunity worth risking. That's it. But obviously, you guys, if I let you guys do that, right, you're gonna get ahead of yourselves. You're gonna take 1 loss. You're gonna take 2 losses. You're gonna take 1 win. Then you're gonna take another loss. And you're gonna take another loss, and you're not gonna know when to stop trading. So that's why you have to refine yourself through your journaling and see how many trades you should take over time. Right, that's the entire point of journaling. US lifestyle looks so much cooler than the UK. Depends, but it's very expensive, and I don't think it's worth it. Yep, you stick to your rules always. Oh yeah, Sergio's in this one. Nah, he didn't give me no fucking signal. He told me he bought like here when price was already here. I'm like, you fucking asshole. Market's about to open too. Inefficiency, rip. That'd be funny. This is due for a pullback though. Definitely due for a pullback. Diminishment. This same thing with mine. Diminishment. I want to see one last push. I want to break structure, and then I want to see a pullback. Load up. Moon. Where is the chat? Here. All right, cool. And guys, please do me one big favor. My plans, do you mind sharing? Nah, bro. My plans are personal. People talk too much. My plans are personal. Keep your business to yourself always, bro. Just like I say, never let anybody know how much money you make. Don't ever let anybody know what you're doing with your life. It's not worth it. And you don't want to jinx yourself. So just be smart about what you say and do. Yeah, no, I'm not sharing my plans. I'm good on that. But yes. Other than that, do you guys have any questions? Damn, my coffee's getting cold. What do you usually tell the family or friends that ask you what you're doing to do? I mean, they don't ask. They know I'm making moves. I pay bills at the house. I pay water bill, electric bill, phone bill, and my insurance. So I don't think they mind as long as I make my bread. No, sir, I'm poor. After bills, I'm poor. Can't afford shoes, so Sergio had to buy them for me. You have to pay for high school? No, you have to pay for college. Unless you get government help. And it really depends. And you also need to get a lot of scholarship if you want to go to a big university. Unless you want to pay a lot out of pocket or drug yourself in loans. I only have 11K in loans. And I should come out with under 15K in loans. And I'm going to pay that off as soon as I'm out of college. Boost my credit, hopefully get a house, and disappear. I think it's easier in the UK. It might be. It might be. I have no clue. It's easier in the US to do what? Oh yeah, I believe we have somebody in the group from like Switzerland or like Sweden. I don't know, but there's like a country that what's it called? That they how do I say it? That they have free tuition. How much is tuition in the US varies by school. Depends if you're going public school, private school. If you go, and it also depends what league the school is in. If it's an Ivy League school, if it's yeah, I heard Switzerland is like heaven. Oh, private schools cost. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. 9.5K per term. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Not heaven. Well, I heard it's like, I heard it's dirty money capital. Germany's free too. Damn. Gonna graduate with 50K debt. Make that bread, bro. Make some projects. You're good at computer stuff. Make your money, man. You just gotta have that. You gotta have that ambition, bro. Me and my dad were talking about this yesterday. Like, at the end of the day, a lot of people my age don't really have ambition to do anything. They just want to go fuck up the clubs, go talk to girls, go sell drugs, make their money, especially where I'm from. Not many people have ambition to go beyond that. And my ambition is just I don't want to work a regular job. Because, I mean, I'm doing pretty well right now. Have a ton of friends that are involved with drugs, gun dealing, a lot of shit like that. But Like, I mean, I'm not gonna judge them, you know, like, to each his own. You know, I wish you well. If you need anything, let me know. Just don't get me in trouble. But I never judge people. You think it's better to stack profits in the trading account or invest in other things? Oh, definitely invest in other things. What happens if you have one nasty slippage one day and your account blows? Failing to plan is planning to fail, as they say. I think that's corny, but it's true. I don't think you should essentially have plans, but I do think you should at least have an idea of what you want to do. You shouldn't know exactly what you want to do. Kind of like what's his name? What Gary Vee says. Like, a lot of people expect to know what they're supposed to do by 22, and some people that do, you know, they're lucky, but you're not supposed to. You see, Gary Vee didn't start making all this bread till I think he was like 30 something. People with $1 million trading accounts? No, why is that stupid? If I have $1 million trading account and I end up having to face too much slippage because I'm dropping too many lots, then I'm just gonna change my risk profile to $ and not percentage. That way I can always know exactly how much money I'm risking and how much money I'm making, right? And if it's less than 1%, then that's perfect. I now run low risk. But if it gets too big, then obviously take that out, move it into a house, move it into an asset. Yeah, I mean, that's whatever. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Like, to open RCV, to continue my studies, like, I've given up all of that. I've given up my social life. I've given up clubbing. I've given up all that stuff because I don't see a point in it. All I do is wake up with a nasty headache the next day, you know? Yeah, if your SL slips. No, yeah, I'm just making an example for you. Would you ever consider moving to a tax haven country? Fuck yeah. I mean, my only issue, bro, is that I don't really like traveling because I get homesick. Is the Zoom done? Pretty much, yeah. Bro, Alfie, please relax, bro. If your SL slips like that, your broker covers you, bro. Relax. Like, just drop it. It's all good. Relax. Like, I can literally read the panic in you, bro. Relax. If anything ever happens like that, your broker covers you. If you have an SL in place and it slips, your broker covers you. Which is why you go for a reliable broker. Since you're in the UK, I'm sure you have IC Markets, Pepperstone, anything like that. Regulated brokers. Or, I don't know how FTMO is about it, though. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think we're good for today, guys. And guys, please, while we do not have Zooms, if anybody is teaching, sharing content, doing anything like that, please let me know and they will be removed. Right? I'm working really, really hard on this content and I do not want it to just be shared the next day. Right? I've tried to be honest with you guys. I've tried to be nice to you guys. Right? I've tried to never miss a Zoom, even though I do 2 workouts per day. Right? Even though I also work on other projects outside of school and trading. Right, alongside, you know, trying to somehow have a little bit of a social life, right? I'm working really, really hard each and every day for you guys, and I do not want people just coming in or people just casually sharing information because you guys know how hard I've worked for this, right? And I've shown you guys transparency, and not many people will ever show you that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm saying, like people are afraid to snitch, whatever. Like, right, I don't like snitching either. But at the end of the day, doing the wrong thing is doing the wrong thing. Like, guys, I've worked extremely hard for this for the past 8 months, 8.5 months. And I don't want 2021 to just be a shitty year for the company. You know what I'm saying? So if you see anybody teaching, sharing, anything, whatever, remember what the terms of service is. Right? Throwing a lawsuit is ridiculous, and I think it's dumb. But at the end of the day, I believe the value in this group is these Zooms and talking to me through journals, through DMs, whatever. I feel like that's the real value. And if I can, and if you violate anything, I'm just gonna kick you out. Right? Like you guys saw what happened to WWA. Poor guys got exposed just because they got cocky with a lawsuit. But yeah, guys, please, like, whatever you do, please let me know if you see anything. Oh, this motherfucker. I'm not gonna talk about them though on Zoom. You can do your own research or talk to people. I'm not doing that. You either know or you don't know. But please let me know if you see anything. I will sort it out immediately, and we can just go from there. So I can also start up Zooms too, one-on-one Zooms. I'll probably start them off only in the weekend. Once we do start them, just because I'm gonna have school during the week and I'm gonna have athletic duties. What about people doing their own one-on-one and sharing knowledge from here? So on IG, send me images, send me names, and send me all the information you can, and we'll go from there. So if you see anything wrong, just DM me. You guys know I don't ever miss a DM, right? Even if it takes me 2 to 3 days, I never miss a DM. But yeah, other than that, I think we're good. I gotta stretch because I'm about to go hit some track work, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I have a session later tonight. For sure. I'll do my best. I'm not gonna set any promises for a date, but I'm gonna do my best. What's the weather like where you are? Let me check. Oh wow, look where this opened. Look where that opened. Please take the structure. Please take the structure and close there. Need that today. My overall investment here though is up like 80%. But the weather, it's 60. Hold on, I think you're in Celsius. So it's about 63 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about 17 degrees Celsius here right now. Just about. But yeah, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. And yeah, I'll see you guys the 13th, I believe is what I said. Yeah, I'll check it after this. Cool.